Hello everyone, we're here today at Connecting Green Hydrogen Europe in Madrid. My name is Johann Wiebe from Hydrogen Standards, and this conference is organized by Leaders Associates. With me here today stands Diogo Couto from PRF Gas Solutions. Welcome, Diogo.
Hi, good morning, nice to meet you.
Absolutely, likewise. Hydrogen is a gas. PRF Gas Solutions deals with hydrogen. But before we delve into that, can you give us a bit of an introduction into what the business does?
Yes. PRF is a gas solutions company. We started 33 years ago. We started with natural gas solutions, infrastructures for gas solutions, refueling stations for vehicles, and regasification plants. And in 2018, we started with hydrogen, and now we are very involved on the hydrogen subject, and we are with some projects and trying to push up this industry.
Push the industry, that's definitely something we need, because the industry has a momentum but needs to keep the momentum going if we want to hit our targets. Can you allude a little bit about sort of like the hydrogen solutions that PRF Gas Solutions offers?
Yes. PRF works with different solutions. We have different solutions for hydrogen. We work for the mobility with hydrogen refueling stations. We also produce unit blendings to do a mixture between hydrogen and natural gas to inject on a grid to supply a neighborhood or some type of industry. And we also work with tube trailers to transport the hydrogen, and we build all the infrastructure around the production, hydrogen production, green hydrogen production. Those are the main areas that PRF works.
Okay, clear. Tell us a little bit about the projects that are ongoing that you guys are working on.
Okay, we have several projects ongoing all over the world, but most of the projects of hydrogen are in Europe. We have 7 projects ongoing in Portugal. Most of the projects are hydrogen refueling station, but we also have 2 blending units to supply 2 cities. We have projects ongoing in France, in Holland, and in Poland as well.
Interesting. Can you tell us a little bit sort of about the different nature of those projects, different requirements as well?
Okay. In Portugal, the projects of hydrogen are more municipal projects. Projects for mobility, municipal mobility. When you talk about Poland projects, in Poland, the projects are more for private clients, okay? Not municipal, but more a private client. In Portugal, we have projects for blending and for hydrogen refueling stations. In Poland, we have projects for mobility.
The requirements for these projects, working for municipalities, maybe government associations or government entities versus sort of private companies, are they different? Are they similar? How does that work?
Are a bit different, because when we talk about municipals, we talk about heavy vehicles and municipal transports. And when we talk about private, we talk about heavy and light vehicles. And there are some differences, because if you talk about heavy vehicles, our refueling stations are for 350 bars. When you talk about heavy and light, our refueling stations have requirements for heavy and light vehicles, 350 bars and 700 bars. Different technology, different compressors, different storage, things are not the same thing.
Okay, so pressure is obviously one of them. Is it right in assuming, it'll be interesting to hear your view on that if you roll out sort of the private fueling stations are more sort of hub and spoke, which means like a place where then the vehicles come back to refuel, versus the municipalities maybe might roll out a couple of stations along a certain road to create sort of like a corridor. Is that sort of a correct sort of assumption to make if you deal with these sort of partners?
Yes, for municipals, we have a station to supply a fleet of buses. If you have for the private sector, you should have different hydrogen refueling stations in different places to supply vehicles in different areas. It's a different thing, yes.
Okay, so it's exactly the other way around as what I suggested. But okay, good to get that confirmed. Tell us a little about what the hydrogen sector needs.
To push up, to develop more. I think the European funds should support more the OPEX, not only the CAPEX to build the infrastructure, but also the OPEX. I think it's important to support and to fund the OPEX. I think that will helps to develop the industry.
So the funding at the moment is more focused on sort of the capex and getting the project sort of rolled out and built and that sort of stuff. But what you're saying is sort of like also the operational side of things. Companies also need to be a little bit handheld financially, so to speak, to keep the momentum going.
Yes. Is that's what I am saying.
Okay, clear. Finally then, tell us a little bit about sort of maybe your experience dealing with natural gas versus hydrogen. Natural gas, more of a heavy gas, hydrogen, lighter gas. You have a legacy into natural gas, a lot of experience there, and now you're using some of that into the hydrogen sector.
As I told you before, we started with natural gas, with regasification satellite regasification plants and refueling stations for heavy and light vehicles working with natural gas, LNG and GNC. We started 33 years ago, and that know-how, our know-how, comes from that industry, the natural gas, and that know-how helped us to develop refueling stations and to work with hydrogen nowadays. The market of LNG and GNC now in Europe, it's not going so well. Now our projects on LNG and GNC are more in South America, and in Europe now we are more focused in hydrogen. And the experience and our know-how from natural gas plays a big role and help us a lot doing the research and doing all the development on this industry.
Fantastic, Diogo Couto. Thank you very much from PRF Gas Solutions.